Hi everyone, Yang here. Today we're gonna learn how to draw the eye in any angle. To follow this video, you have to have seen how to make the structure of the eye, which you can find up here. And then let's go. So first, I have two photos in 3/4 view, and the difference is where the eye is looking. Let's start with the first one. So you can see here, first I made the structure, kind of a simplification of the bone structure, and also added the eyeballs. That's just to help myself find where the eyelids will be, where everything will be. You don't have to always make it, it's just a guide. When you have a question, when you're not sure how to do something, you lay down every single thing you can do to help you find the right eye. So here we have the bone structure, the eyeballs, and then on top of it, I can now place correctly the eyelid, the eyebrows, everything. It's pretty simple, right? On top of it, you just add some details like the hair of the eyebrows, some shading to the iris, some highlight, and it's done. You have your eye in 3/4 view. The second one, it's basically the same thing. You have the structure, then you add the eyelids and the eyebrows, and then you shade it. But why do I have two different drawings with the same camera angle? That's because I want you guys to see how the volume of the cornea affects the eyelid. You know from the previous video that the eyeball is kind of like this, right? Here is the iris, and here is the cornea. The cornea has this volume that pushes the eyelid. And so here, look, I'm gonna focus on the photos now. Here you have this shape because these eyeballs here, they are pushing the eyelid here. And then when I'm looking to the other side, look at the difference in angle, right? That's because now the eyeball is pushing this way, and so the curve that was here no longer is, because now the iris is pushing the other way. So that's the difference in drawing as well. Same thing, you just change the angle here and here. Same with the bottom lid. Okay? And it's very important to realize this so you won't make the eye like this. This here, you can see I took the first eyelids and added the second iris, and you can see it doesn't work at all. It's wrong. So yeah, look, it looks like suddenly the eye is swollen. Why isn't it opening more where the iris is? Keep this in mind, you gotta open more where the iris is. So let's go for another angle now. Let's looking up. Let's go. First here I have the structure, right? I made again two different versions of a similar concept. In the first one, my eyes are looking up, but the camera is in front of me. And in the second one, my eyes are looking up and also my face has tilted. And that gives a very unflattering angle, but it's for the sake of science, so let's do it. Here you can see all of the eye socket, right? Because the camera is in front. But in this one, you can see just a part of it. Part of the bone of the cheek, like the cheekbone, it's gonna cover some of the eyeball and some of the eye socket as well. And that's why we need to learn perspective for everything we draw. It's not just for buildings, it's for human body as well. Some things for you to keep in mind when you're making the eyes like this, in different angles. It's notice how big the eye socket will be. Notice the angle of the eyebrow. The first one, regular angle. Second one, going down, following the curve of the bone, okay? The most important, of course, it's gonna be the placement of the nose. In the first one, we have the regular placement, eyes and nose here. In the second one, because my face is up, Then the eyes are in the middle of the nose. How crazy is that, right? So yeah, keep in mind these relationships, they're gonna help you a lot. So now just add the eyelid and the eyebrows and everything is done. Look, add some shading and it's good. Oh yeah, something else for you to keep in mind is how when you look from below, you can see part of the waterline above. It's a nice way to show volume, so keep it in mind. And another thing to notice is the difference in the format of the iris. Not the format, of course, it doesn't really change. It's everything because of perspective. In the first drawing, in the first photo, we can see most of the iris like in a really like a circle, which it is. But in the second one, because it's really compressed because of perspective, now it looks like an ellipse. It looks much more like an ellipse. So yeah, keep this in mind. This will help you draw looking up. And lastly, I want to show you how to make it without adding so many guidelines. Because let's be honest, we're not gonna always make the eye socket and the eyeballs, and you know, sometimes it's not necessary. So what you're gonna do, wait, I did add the eye socket. So sometimes you're not gonna add the eyeballs, and it's not really necessary to know where the eye socket is. You know how to place the eyelids with, and if you have practiced enough, right? And so this is what you're gonna do. You make the eye socket and just place the eyelid over there. It's gonna work. Wait, my tablet froze. It's black. Okay, it's back. So yeah, then you just add the final lines on top of it. Look, yeah, looking good. With these angles, what I wanted to show you is how here camera is at the same level. Here the camera is looking from above, and here the camera is looking from above and I'm looking up. So what difference does it make when you're gonna draw? The difference is, just like last time, it's gonna be the distance of the eyebrows to the eye, the placement of the eyebrow in relation to the ear. Look. Another thing is about the curvature of the eyelid. Look, in the first one, let me erase this. The first one, it's curving like this. In the second one, you can barely see anything below. Like if the eyes almost like barely open and you're looking at it from above, then the eyelid will cover most of it. You can barely see that there's anything open. And then when you open your eye, you can see quite a lot here because you're looking up. And yeah, the eyebrow and ear placement is probably the most important to show this perspective. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I see you next time. Bye bye!